Well, all right, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA, Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangsta Chronicles.
Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your average show.
You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Steel.
This is strictly from the streets.
Hello.
We represent the James.
We'd like to welcome everyone to another episode of the Gangsta Chronicles podcast. And I'm with my homeboys.
Big J.
Jill. You know, make sure you hit that iHeart app, download that iHeart app, subscribe to the show. All my iPhone users, hit that purple mic that's on your phone, subscribe to the show, rate, shoot us that 5-star comment, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like or whatever. But it's a whole bunch of like stuff going on. Here we go again, man. It seems like, you know those lights that you hang up in your backyard, the purple lights, you know, when a fly hit them, it zap the flies, keep the flies from coming in, bees and stuff.
Right.
It seems like, man, the black male is like one of those bees, man, and the light is the penitentiary system, and we just keep just flowing right into the light, man.
Well, you got to look at it like this. It ain't just with black males, it's with everything and everybody. This world is designed, it's a circle. Everything repeats itself. All the robberies, murders, everything repeats itself, especially in the neighborhood. Everything is a cycle, and it just repeats itself. Killings, rape, robbery, homies fighting homies, homies killing homies. This shit has been going on from the beginning of time.
Yeah, and we got our, I guess, second rapper, man, you know, Casanova 2 times, wanted by the FBI, man. You know, Feds saying he's a member of a violent street gang rather, and, you know, one of 18 people charged with drug trafficking and racketeering in New York City and upstate. So it's a lot of stuff going on. And we got our friend of the show, Greg Kading, here tonight, Detective Greg Kading, just here to kind of chime in on some of this stuff. It's a lot going on. Why do these guys keep getting targeted, man? How are they getting themselves in these situations?
Go ahead, Jack.
Go up, man. Honestly, I think it's like, once again, it's the product of the environment, and it's the way we walk or the life that's put ahead of us, whatever. I mean, you know, a lot of us join gangs, you know, feeling that we want to be associated or we want to protect the neighborhood or whatever. But we tend to forget when we turn or when we try to turn into regular men, the pitfalls of gangbanging kind of follows us, you know, everywhere we go. And let's just face it, James, there's a lot of niggas who still want to be associated.
Yeah, but if you make it out of the neighborhood, everybody said they want to make it out the neighborhood. Everybody said they want to be able to take care of their kids and their mamas. Let's get our mamas out the hood. But our biggest problem is going back to the hood because we want the homies to say, oh, he looking out for us, or that's the big homie, or is this and that. If you make it out the hood, you get out the hood. I think every man that walk this life should have their own way of trying to get out. You know what I'm saying? And if you get out and the homies ain't there to say, man, you did that. You know what I'm saying? We proud of you. Or that motherfucker don't come to the hood no more. You see the difference?
Exactly.
Them ain't your friends. So we got to understand who's our friends and who's not. I mean, if the homies want to see me doing good and better, they're going to tell me not to come around there no more. Man, you doing good. Don't fuck with these dudes and this and that, which I get a lot of that. But, you know, we go back to the hood and want to help somebody, help the homies, and then we want the hood to shine. And the whole time you trying to make the hood shine, you digging a ditch for yourself, because sooner or later somebody out of that crowd is gonna say, after he get busted, well, y'all get this, how y'all the hood come from here to there. The homie, now you in jail.
Yeah.
Because you helped the homies. And you know, it's different ways to help the homies. One way to help the homies is get legit jobs. You know what I'm saying? If they want to get off their ass and do a 9 to 5, put money in the neighborhood where they can come and go to work, put on a uniform, and make money the legit way. But no, everybody feel that dope and the pistols ain't doing them but causing a bigger problem than we had before. So it's different ways to do that.
Yeah, you know, what they saying is, you know, there was an indictment that was unsealed on Tuesday naming 18 suspected gang members who have been charged with racketeering, murder, narcotics, firearms, and other fraud offenses. You know, as in the indictment, they, you know, alleging that he was a member of the Gorilla Stone gang, violence, trafficking, narcotics, and even engaged in fraud by exploiting benefits programs. You know, them cars that everybody had running around.
Oh yeah.
Where they was getting the
getting the little bread.
Yeah, getting the little, you know, bread off of it, and now everybody, you know, catching cases behind that silly shit.
I think when you start looking at, and I'm sure Greg can probably attest to this, when you start looking at certain dudes as far as gang members, that stretch, that line of you know, broken laws, you can attach to shit. I mean, because let's face it, a lot of niggas from the neighborhoods did drive-bys and killed and all that type of shit. So, to attest all that bullshit, I'm pretty sure that when they start looking at certain motherfuckers, if you want to bring up RICO acts, you know what I'm saying, they just gonna look at the long line of history of the neighborhood.
Right.
You get me? Like, oh yeah, they've been killing since the 70s, and so-and-so sold drugs, and we know he sold, and he was big time, and these motherfuckers over here. So I just look at it as, when you go, yeah, we can attach RICO to a lot of motherfuckers if they gang members, if they neighborhoods have been known to been some of that notorious shit.
Absolutely.
But let me ask you this, and this is a question like for you too, Greg. I guess would be for you. You have a guy, he's named in this RICO indictment. Let's say he's just a member of the gang. And they've had it sometimes. You know, you got members of gangs, some of them got jobs, some of them out selling dope, some of them got, everybody not active. Let's say he's like a member of this gang. He may go around and kick it here and there, hang out with them, let them come in the club with him, go on videos, but he doing his rap thing.
Mm-hmm.
Could he possibly have been named in that RICO act if they hadn't caught him in doing nothing wrong?
No, that's not the way RICO works. So you've got things that, like, you'll have things you've heard of, like gang injunctions, where they'll target a gang and they'll do an injunction where they just put a lot of, energy into even minor crimes. But with racketeering, it's a completely different thing. You have to have predicate acts, and every charge in RICO has to have a predicate act, and there's only so many predicate acts. Some crimes don't qualify as predicate acts, but things like, obviously extortion, money laundering, murder, using public utilities to commit crimes, talking on the phone and making dope deals, that type of shit. All those things blend in, because RICO was actually originally designed to go after the mob, right, back in the day.
Right.
And then they started in the late 80s, early 90s, they started doing it gangs, Mexican gangs, black gangs, motorcycle clubs, and they're like, man, RICO works just as effectively here. But to answer your question, you would have to commit a particular crime that's on a list of crimes that fall under the umbrella of RICO.
Okay, got you. So that means he got caught doing something.
He got caught either on the phone or transferring money, anything like that would have qualified.
And is this attributed to, because at this point they're already investigating the gang?
Absolutely. Yeah, it all starts out with a proposal to do a racketeering act on a group of people. Mm-hmm.
How long do they sit on a case like that? How long do they watch you? It could be from a day or a year.
They were doing a racketeering act on death row from late 93 to 94 all the way almost up till 99. Right. And just sitting back and taking notes and just watching, connecting dots between.
Well, they came up with a whole bunch of shit.
So they can go for years. And what another kind of not disturbing, but another kind of concerning thing about it is there can be a long stretch of time between crimes.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, let's say this guy hypothetically, 6 years ago, he just another dude in the neighborhood. He probably rhyming on the side or whatever, but he get his break, Tax Stone start messing with him, then he get, picked up by Rock Nation. So now he changing his life. He's starting to do shows and get show money. You tend to move out the neighborhood.
Right. When
you start getting a little something, you upgrade, you can't stay in the same spot. So you telling me that this could have been him, dude calling on the phone like, man, I need an A for some.
It could have happened.
An A for some.
Could have happened.
What's that they smoke out there? Haze. I need some haze. You know what I mean? And he go serve his homeboy an A for weed. But he just happened to be listened to because he's part of this whole thing. Now that he's Mr. Big Time Rap, they don't give a fuck and say, well, this dude, he just sold some weed. We ain't fucking with him.
Well, they probably want him now because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because
that makes the case look juicier.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So they can paint him as this dude that's funneling all this dope and money for this and that. They really try to throw motherfuckers in the grease, don't they?
Well, that's the whole idea, is to get as much leverage as you can so that when you collect all of these people, you have so much leverage on them all because they're threatened with this idea of racketeering enhanced crimes. And now you're like, oh shit, all I did was this, what you perceive as a minor thing, but now you're looking at a lot of exposure and that's going to force you to cooperate.
Plus if they get him, he probably got a little bit more going on than them other cats that's in the indictment with him.
Right.
So they probably could grab him just in hopes that he like, man, I got a career going on and all this shit happening, man. Oh, it's going to be easy to flip him. He don't want to lose the shit, but when he hit him with this RICO act, because you see, he's on the run now. If you were advising him, would you tell him to turn himself in now? Or
you can only run so far. He's going to get caught. And when he gets caught, obviously that's going to work against him because it's going to show when he goes to his hearing.
Bill,
exactly.
Flight risk.
Maybe he's just trying to figure it out right now.
Yeah, and that's what I think he's getting his money together, talking to the lawyer
trying
and
to
shit.
get the lawyer together, you know what I'm saying, seeing what is the actual charges that they're trying to bring against him, you know what I'm saying? So you can probably say that's happening too, because that wouldn't be a smart move.
Yeah, because this guy, Casanova he's been in prison before.
I mean, he's a street cat.
Yeah, he's a street cat.
So he know how to play it. He's got the reputation of being somebody that's authentic and official. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he still was associated to his neighborhood. No telling what his plans were. You know what I'm saying? Because he was rap career was being a little successful. He was up there. My man was moving units and all that shit, videos and shit and all that. So we would just hope that he would be making the decision to just let me get my shit in order before I have to go do what's going down.